Hello, friends, and welcome to Artifact Adventure, episode 19. Starting off at Frost, where we left off last time. Last time we managed to save the dream flower, basically not allowing the villager in town to make his miracle steroid. So I think that area is pretty much finished, which means we can push onward. There's a bridge here, but there's also a tower. You might recall from a very long time ago, earlier, probably about 10 episodes back, a villager had mentioned that the 3 towers give the Swamp King his power. We've completed the tower in the desert, which I thought was the first tower. Here we're at what will be my second tower. Now I'm going to go ahead and let you know there's actually, I don't want to call it a right order, but there's an order of difficulty, and this is actually the most difficult of the 3 towers, the Frost Tower. Now the way this tower works, as you may recall, is that you pick up these little flames that are in the middle. The flames let you burn down the pillars. We have been here before. We just didn't complete the area. And of course, because it was, at the time of this recording, like maybe 5 days earlier, I'd completely forgotten which directions I had gone in and which directions I had not. So of course I'm exploring territory we've already seen. Chests are already open. But here we go. A new area blocked by an icy pillar. I'm telling you, those pillars look like concrete. They do not look like ice. You could have textured them blue. But whatever. Every time you use the flame, the chili flame, it goes back to its location, its spawn spot. So I keep going back and picking it up. We get 2 items here. One of them is, of course, crucial. That's right, the black rag. No, I'm just kidding. The key. We got the key, which we needed to push on. The black rag, it's an item. It's, it's something. It's not necessarily something we need, but it's something. Heal up a little bit. We are fighting some relatively difficult random encounters with enemies we've seen before, but as I've mentioned time and time again, the enemies in this game love to slowly trickle you away. I think of them as kind of like a river flowing against a rock. Our team is the rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And the water slowly erodes our team's HP. Time to head back for a quick visit to the inn. Our MP has dwindled. And we're back! Just like that. All I did was run to town, hit the inn, and run back. It does take long enough to get back that it actually begins to turn to night. But in the Tower of Frozen Dreams, the night can't reach us. Because I don't know if this area actually has a night skin. But anyway, we've used the key. 3 paths to progress. Always go back for that flame because you're going to end up needing it to clear the entrance to the next room. Another locked door. That tells us where we need to go. Unfortunately, we need another key. I'm sure the key will be around here somewhere, as is JRPG tradition. You might have noticed our team has powered up a little bit. We're now at 37. 37. I was told, and I'm not sure if this is true because I didn't actually check it, but I believe the sources I read that there is a level cap of 50 in this game. So once you hit level 50, there's no more powering up. Which is kind of a shame, but that's also a common mechanic. In Dragon Quest 1, I think the level cap was something really low. I want to say 20? I think it might have been 20. You couldn't get any stronger than level 20. It might have been 25, but I think it was 20. So the idea of a level cap isn't unheard of in this era of JRPGs. 3 more chests, just some, generic loot. And a key. Gotta have the key. Take the flame with us, because you never know, you might need it. If you end up leaving the tower, the flame doesn't come with you, it stays in the tower. Artifact here. I am the hand of the giant. With my huge strength, I can crush anything. Shams, do you have something that needs crushing? Grind it to dust! Power of new artifact, the hand of the giant. So that's actually a really good artifact. We're going to be using that a ton. Now, based on the name, you wouldn't actually know. It's the highest level, and I'm looking for it here. Where is it? You might have already seen it. My eyes are still kind of glancing across the left list. It's not in the left list. Go to the right list. Oh, there we go. Not. I'm like, key items? No. I can't believe, you pick up these things and you can't find them. And you're like, what the heck? Going back and looking at it, I'm like, it's right there, you idiot. How'd you miss it? Because I know where to look. It's the 3rd level explosion spell. The other one is explosion, exploding. You think this one would be like implosion or catastrophic boom. No, it's Hand of the Giant. Kind of an interesting name, but whatever. It is probably going to be our most useful spell up until the end, when we find one more spell that's pretty good. So expect to see that being used. Actually, you know what? I edited out a lot of the random battles, so don't expect to see too much of it, but it is being used on the auto battle. The auto battle will select that because it targets everything. And here, just like in the previous tower, we have a Tower Guardian standing on top of a relic that we need to break. So let's fight him. We have the Bringer of Judgment. Now take a look at this guy. First off, it obviously reminds you of the scales of justice and the economic scales. The character model apparently is blocking its eyes, which kind of gives me that feeling of justice. Now it's called Bringer of Judgment. Now when I think judgment, I think like, I don't know, angelic beings, something along those lines. I don't always think of this, but justice and judgment are pretty closely tied concepts, so it makes sense. It is obviously blue because it is in the ice dungeon and likely an ice elemental enemy. If you're not really paying attention here, it is using ice elemental attacks. But, oh my goodness, are we doing so much damage to this guy? Hit after glorious hit. Bow doing 1,500. Normal attacks doing between 5 and 800. 1,400 with the bow. We are so strong at this point. So strong. It's almost... At the beginning of the game, it's unimaginable to be this strong. When you're attacking enemies for 6, 7, 8 damage, you never imagine a time when your physical attack will do 1,560 damage. It's unimaginable how fast we've scaled up to. So that goes to show you just how quickly you can progress. And if an area is too tough for you right now, come back in like 3 levels and you'll probably be one-shotting everything. So that boss was kind of a joke. We didn't lose anybody. We often lose a character during boss fights because most of the bosses have 2 attacks per turn, and they have area of effect attacks. So they're like AoE everybody for like 200, and then they're wham on one of your back guys for like 400, and then all of a sudden that guy's dead. There's just not enough HP. It's not that losing an ally is necessarily a sign that you're too weak. It's merely a sign that you got unlucky with the RNG, targeting your back characters instead of your front. So with that place completed, and we're only 8 minutes in, I feel like it makes sense to kind of push on. What do we have over here? Have you come to the Temple of Light looking for power? Oh yes, I have. The first thing we need to do is split up and find a key. I kind of speed through his dialogue because, to be honest, he doesn't say too much that's very interesting. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not ready for this. I gotta go heal up. Look at my MP. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go heal. And there's also other stuff to do, like go here to the Jar Goblin, drop off our goblins, and we have 44. We need one more. We need one more. Now I come up here because we've learned by talking to all the wise men that this is the Winged King. The Swamp King lurks in the poisonous swamp. If you're successful, the Swamp King is defeated. You may keep any artifacts you have found. Now we've learned that this is the Winged King. Or at least we're pretty darn sure he is. And that he might actually be the bad guy after having spoken with the wise men using the Key of Time. But you know what's a shame? You can't confront him about it. Now I'm exploring and I find this area. We've never been here before. And there's our 45th Jar Goblin. I find this area because I'm looking at the world map and I'm like, there's no more towers. There should be like a 3rd tower. Where the heck is the 3rd tower? And I'm running around this world map. I must have spent like 15 or 20 minutes running around this place looking for where this other tower is. And there's a whole forest over here that we never went to. We never went to. This is if you go to Fortress and you go on the first bridge. And you can find this if you keep exploring. I can't believe we never found this area. Now, you might look at the map and think like, oh, wow, this is very confusing. I don't know what's going on. Basically, all these little spots that have the empty, no forest spot, are these little oases. Now, I thought this was the only one, so I'm exploring the crap out of this in day and night. I'm like, there's got to be something here. There's just a jar goblin. There's nothing else here. Wow, why would the developer make this? It's so stupid. Oh my god, what's going on? So, I'm like, there's got to be something. But I don't know. I look at all my key items. There's nothing I can use. Turns out, there's actually a lot of these. You know how it is, right? When you're in like a... I don't know, let's go ahead and use Final Fantasy VII. And you're in the city. And you're like, man, the city's pretty big, but, you know, I got to explore all the corners and find some. And then you leave the city for the first time, and you're like, oh my god, that was just one city. And the world map is huge. That's how I feel with these. I'm like, there's got to be something with this one pool. I check in day, I check in night, just to make sure there's no differences, no jar goblins running around or something. Eventually, I get the hint that they're all the same. And I just kind of, you know, stop micro-checking every single spot on the map to think if there's like a buried staircase or something. There's nothing. There's nothing in those, as far as I know. There's the boat, by the way. We never took that boat. Got the aquatic slasher. I'm like, oh, wow, cool new weapon. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, it's trash. That's kind of your first hint that you're supposed to have come here a long time ago. When the treasure you find is really weak. That's a good, like, initial hint. And I'll just go ahead and recommend that if you're obviously watching all these before playing the game yourself, or, you know, you're kind of looking around for things that you might have missed, you definitely want to come here a lot earlier. The enemies outside, random battles, are super weak. Like, one-hit KOing everything with our weakest, like, we sneeze on the enemy and they're like, oh, no! Your gust of wind knocked me away, you know. We find a relic on this one. When you approach the relic, it sends you into the pool for what is probably one of the more interesting parts of this game that we never saw, the Phantom World. If you do not find the answer, your life will surely be forfeit. And then the guy disappears. He obviously didn't find the answer. He didn't ask the right question. That's his problem. Nothing here. Of course, I check all the corners because gotta be thorough. And like I was saying, this is something that there's really no other area like this in the game. So it's a very unique area, and I'm happy we didn't end up missing it, because you can completely miss this. He who sits to my left can do nothing but tell lies. I created the world. The one who created this world sits right in front of me. He who sits to my left is honest. This guy's honest. This guy says he created the world. Do you have an answer? Sure. Is there truth within these four walls? I'm like, there cannot be, because it conflicts itself. It's self-contradicting. It's what we would call like a paradox. It's self-contradicting. They can't all be right. There's no truth there. Somebody, they're all lying because somebody's lying, basically. My soul saw hell, and the despair known as truth is wrapped in a lie that is what gives people hope. Can lies exist within the honest heart of a child? The truth is what hurts people. Truth is despair. Uh-oh. Does an aged body still contain a soul? A pure heart speaks the truth. The soul does not exist, but this is but an eye searching for the truth. The one sitting behind me is not a monster. The one sitting behind me is a monster. And it's a shadow. You don't really know. So, who's telling the truth? I don't know. And I kind of go back and I talk to these guys again. The soul does not exist. A pure heart speaks the truth. The old man or the young kid, who's the liar? Does an aged body still contain a soul? Like, what? Truth is despair. I hear you there, brother. The truth is what hurts people. Can lies exist within the honest heart of a child? When the despair known as truth is wrapped in a lie, that is what gives people hope. This one, I don't have super strong feelings about any of these things that people have said, except for the guy who's like, can an old man still have a soul? Talk to the one who saw the truth. I try to talk to the monsters. I'm like, only the monster sees the truth. Is it the kid or is it the old man? You can't talk to the fires here. I choose the old man, and it's like correct. I'm like, I used to teach kids for like 2 years in Taiwan. I don't trust kids. I don't trust them. Oh, it doesn't. And then I talked to the wrong person here, of course. I lose 30 HP. Not a big deal. Speak to the one who has a soul. I speak to the kid because the one guy says, like, can an old man have a soul? I think they both have a soul. Can an aged body still contain a soul? Like, what kind of mumbo jumbo is this? But anyway, that's the puzzle. If you choose the wrong choice, you don't really miss out. I mean, you lose 30 HP. Like, oh no, oh, I stubbed my toe. Ow, I should have worn better shoes. No big deal here. Now, all these ponds, I searched the ponds. There's nothing in the ponds. Yet. Of course, you know, I should have talked to the guy first. Anyway, this is like a puzzly, logical puzzle. I really like this kind of puzzle. Much better. Way better than the sand puzzle with the quicksand. So much better. He asks you to remember where people were standing. I can't really remember where people were standing. Where did the liar stand? I thought the kid was the liar. And then he says that the old man was the liar. They said, who's telling the truth? And it was the old man. And they say, where did the liar stand? So I think that this one is a little messed up. I don't know if it wasn't translated well. I don't know if I misunderstood. But either way, that one's complete. 1,000 experience points, which lets you know just how long ago we should have been here. Last quest, we got 20,000 HP. This one, we got 1,000. I get more than 1,000 experience points from a random battle. But once you complete that, you get downstairs and you find a relic. The warped mirror. I reflect not truth. Untruth reflect I. The heck? Do you wish to see the untruth? Untruth is but one form of the truth. And then we got the warped mirror. We teleport out. So there you have it. Really cool. Really, I'm happy we found this place because I really like this kind of puzzle. I really like this kind of element in a game. So I'm super, super excited we found this place. Unfortunately, that place is over. There's not going to be a whole lot else going on there. So we end up rolling out here. Normal speed. To the tower. That's right, folks. The final tower. The forest tower. But we're not going to do it now. We're going to do it next time. So until then, my friends, do me a favor. Scroll down to the description. Find out where you can pick up this game. It's a good game. It's worth checking out. Feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe for more content like this in the future. And do me one last favor. Stay classy. I'll see you then.